Hey, welcome back, everyone. We've got some more Beyond All Reason here for you. And we got an exciting match here on All That Glitters. I've been playing this map a lot, but I really do want to start playing Supreme Straight more. That's also been a very popular map on the battle list. That's what they call the multiplayer here. And you'll notice for the start, wind is plummeting basically down to 0. I noticed it was going down and decided to get a solar collector. And you can see my allies struggling. There are some energy bars dropping down quickly. Hopefully, if I overload or overflow my electricity, that energy will go over to my allies, like maybe Dookie Soup or Shooby-Duh. In fact, let's take a look at all my allies. Here's me up front, lining along with Pine Mountain, Shooby-Duh, and Indirium. And on our back line, we've got Dookie Soup, Frosty, Induced Shadow, and Gruju. Let's take a look at some of the labs that are coming out. It looks like Bot Lab for me and Pine Mountain. Shooby-Duh going the vehicle plant, that makes sense. And Bot Lab for Indirium. Usually we see vehicle factories coming out, or vehicle labs coming out on this map, just because it's so flat. I've heard Bot Labs are good for lots of changes in elevation. So if you're in a map with lots of hills and rolling elevation, you should build bot labs, but if it's totally flat, you should build vehicle labs. It looks like Shooby-Duh's making a play here, turboing out some of these rascals. Let's see how they do. Also, interestingly, we have 3 Cortex players on the front line. Indirium, Shooby-Duh, and myself, while Pine Mountain is our Armada frontliner. In the back, Frosty, I believe, is going to be going air. Gruju and Induced Shadow probably going eco. And Dookie Soup said he was going to support Indirium. We'll see. And look at that. The rascals have made their way to the enemy lines. Let's follow them, see how well they do. Taking some shots at Grave Robbers. Oh, and they're getting pinged. The enemy team sees them. Would love to take out this metal extractor, but here comes a commander. They're going to have to back away. And an incisor. Got to back away from that. Not getting good luck here. Just finding lots of enemy units, which is not what you want to do with your rascals. Instead, you just want to find a building and snipe it down. I think probably could have gotten the metal extractor there, but afraid of the thug. So they're going into the back lines here. Yeah, lots of Cortex players on this map. Just no luck back here. Shooby-Duh's gotta be disappointed in that. That was a lot of units just going to waste. I'm sure you'd want that metal and time that he spent building all those rascals, but it is giving him time to get out some construction bots, or some construction vehicles. Very cool. How am I doing? Looks like we're expanding our wind power, so we're finally getting some more energy. And we are sending some units forward. Look at this grunt. We just got a metal extractor. So while Shooby-Duh's attack maybe didn't do so great, mine appears to be going quite well. I'm going to want to target down the metal extractor. Oh, dodge the little cannon shot from that tank. Awesome. No extractor here. Unfortunate. And what do we got here? Looks like a scouting plane and 2 bombers. There's going to be some bombing runs going on. And Frosty is just getting up an air factory. And here come the bombs. Pine Mountain. That's going to hurt. Metal extractor, a bunch of wind generators, all gone. Here come the bombs on me, going after my solar collectors. Not even destroying my metal extractor, though. Nice. There is an anti-air gun here, but oh, losing all of that economy. That's brutal. Here comes a fighter mixed with the anti-air turret. Doing good work. That bombing run is done. And look at that. My little grunt is still out here doing good work. Actually, I might have sent more than one grunt, but really liking how well these grunts have done. Yeah, oh yeah, another extractor. I'd love to see this one go down. Yep, and then let's sweep down here. Jack Tier X is having a terrible time. My grunts are just tearing apart all of his metal extractors. Little duking out between commanders over here. Same over here between Indirium and Kasim. I have not run into an opposing commander just yet, and I've taken a pretty good front line. Some commanders on the back line suiciding. That's just so that our allies back here can gather the metal that they leave behind. Wow, finding another extractor. This grunt is doing great work. We're getting good hits against our lane opponent, Jack Tier X. So we should use it to grab up this 3.2 metal extractor. It's great that we already have ours, and it's good that we have a laser turret guarding the opponents, but let's make it ours. My game plan going into this game, make some thugs, the little light plasma bots, back them up with a few vehicles like artillery and brutes, some tanks just to hold the front line and take out any static defenses. And then we're going to transition to T2 Bot Lab back here, and we'll start producing Sheldons, the little mortar bots. And we'll back the mortar bots up with commando bots. And look at this, a bunch of rascals streaming in. They're getting pinged. Thank goodness my radar tower was up here. We do know where they are. We're watching them move through our lines. They're all the way back at these metal extractors, and it looks like some units are responding. Yes, I've had a constant stream of thugs coming out, so we're going to respond. We're not going to lose too much here. We might lose these wind turbines. That'd suck. But, ooh, some shurikens coming in, using their EMP attack to freeze them in place. Yeah, Shubida, good response. I agree. Very happy with how we managed that. Pine Mountain, unfortunately, not doing well over here. Light blue, or maybe I'm not sure what to call this, like maybe a fuchsia. I'm terrible with colors. Don't even ask me. He's moving in, and he's managed to prevent Pine Mountain from taking this 3.2 extractor. We might need to support him in the future. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to hopefully eventually get Sheldons and Commando bots. We're going to use them to make kind of a dynamic front line that creeps forward and captures as much as we can in our lane. The Sheldons, backed up by some light vehicles, some like T1 tanks, they'll push forward, go back, push forward, go back, and as we slowly gain territory, we use the commando bots to fill in the empty space with flamethrower turrets, observatory, or little observer cameras, and basically slowly shift the front line forward, and whenever our Sheldons get rushed by units, we back up into all of those defensive structures and then push forward once the enemy has thinned out. But currently, things are not looking good. Shubida and I are holding well in the center, but the side lanes we are losing. Pine Mountain is not doing a great job here, and Indirium is holding on. But it looks like I'm supporting Pine Mountain here. We're going to take on this player. There's a lot of static defenses here, but we have tanky units. These plasma bots are doing really good. He's about to lose this position. Yeah, he has to back away. Pine Mountain and I are doing good work here. I should probably move in with the plasma bots. I'm thinking about it. Oh, but I'm bringing them back because I see all of these rascals. It's another huge rascal ball that's going to head into our back lines. We need to put a stop to it. Fortunately, these guards, the light laser turrets, took out a lot of them as they went past. Here come those shurikens again. Yep, we're pushing the commander back. And it looks like we're probably going to clean up these rascals. They're going to destroy a lot of these metal extractors as they get back here. You can see how fast they shred them. Fortunately, the shurikens are going to get on top of them, yeah, and freeze them in place, allowing tanks to actually deal damage and kill them off. So, not too shabby. Yep, there's even a laser tower back here. Should be okay. Indirium's holding here, but losing the metal extractor, that 3.2 metal extractor. Oh, no, no, no. This commander's going down. I didn't push with my plasma bots, but Pine Mountain was smart and pushed forward. There goes the comm. We should try to reclaim this area. There's a lot of metal here. Am I thinking T2? I'm thinking I need to finish up one or two more Yeah, energy producing buildings. I'm going to go for advanced solar collectors, and then we'll go into our T2 bot lab. Because we are seeing good wins on the front lines. I mean, we helped out on this side lane, things worked out. And over here, we're actually doing very well. Doesn't really look like it, but as long as we're exchanging fire and dodging this artillery, ooh, those artillery shots are landing. I have to be mobile with my plasma bots or they're not as useful. If you don't use the mobility of the plasma bots, then you're just not using them well. That's why you build them, for their mobility. But yeah, we've got a huge force now that we're bringing these plasma bots forward. We can really push forward here. I'd love to see that. Well, we've mostly been focused on the front line. Let's check the back line really quick. Yep, T2 coming out for Gruju, looking good. Back here, Induced Shadow, a little slower, but getting up those T2 extractors. Frosty, mostly focused on air, but is getting some T2 extractors. Yep, got an advanced construction bot. And Dookie back here, not thinking T2, pretty much just, oh, no, I see, building the lab. Great. Yeah, we're coming forward. Need to get these plasma bots forward. And Pine Mountain's making a big push, and look at that. Induced Shadow is grabbing up the commander wreckage. That's great that our eco player managed to have these res bots out here, these Lazaruses. Yeah, just gathering up all of that metal. Enderium's getting pushed back. This is a little scary, but he does have the pop-up flamethrower turrets here. Oof, this is rough. Ooh, Kasim taking some damage from the flamethrower turrets. I would not be coming forward into that. This is a very defensive position. Okay, yeah, now people are talking about T2. The frontliners are finally saying like, oh crap, right, we need to go T2. Oh wow, we're doing really good. Our unit's pushed all the way up here. There's no mexes here. This is all empty metal extractors for green. So green's really suffering. And we've actually managed to, you can see, we're really pushing the battlefield forward. Shubida is just kind of flirting back and forth with this line here. Just kind of holding here, but we've actually pushed our front line up to here. That's looking really good. Oh, apologies. Guess I wanted to look here. Wow, look at that. Oh. Don't mind me as I struggle with the spectator buttons. And look at that, we just pincer moved on these, on Lamberto's units. Now we're coming forward, we're finding a half-finished agitator. Yeah, he's calling GG. He needs allies to come and help him. He's getting pushed by me and Shubida. Green is nowhere to be seen. We just wrecked that army. But here comes some air units. That's probably a good response here. These gunships are gonna do a good job against all these units. But yeah, this is the real problem. These are all brutes. This is maybe, wow, a dozen brutes moving forward. Something needs to be done about these units or they're gonna wipe out a base. Ooh, opposing team is not happy with how this is looking. Let's bring the music down a little bit. Man, look at that. Even with these wardens defending, these brutes are just shredding everything. Yeah, Lamberto's going down. Look at all that. You can see Shubida and myself, we've really done well in the center. Look how far we've pushed forward. Pine Mountain's only starting to catch up with the amount of territory that we've captured. Oh, look at Shubida. Yeah, he's all the way up here grabbing these. Hopefully he's going to grab up these mexes. Enderium could honestly go around. I'd love to see that. We've got our T2 lab up. We've got some advanced construction bots. We're going to be upgrading our metal extractors. We could use more power. I'd like to see more wind turbines going up. Yep, love seeing that. I like seeing some of the anti-air mixed in here. But that big attack, you can see, it was cleaned up. So now we need to defend. We have basically no units because we spent all of our resources teching up for this advanced bot lab. But fortunately, we're gonna start to get our Sheldons out and transition into the game plan that we had when we came into the game. Sheldons, commando bots, backed up by some vehicles. You can see, look at the Air Force here. I'd love it if, yeah, Frosty decided to engage here. We need the air support. Oh, Shubida losing his commander there. Fortunately, his units pulled back, but he'd love to recapture this, or the metal that his commander left behind. Ooh, Pine Mountain, good defensive position here, and took the 3.2 metal extractor. Now we're coming forward with our Sheldons. The range on these guys is insane, at least in the early T2 stages. You can see we're trying to put down some static defenses, and we've got our res bots here as well. Anything we kill, we're going to collect up. That's the other advantage of having the Sheldons and the Commando bots and a spare T1 bot lab. From the T1 bot lab, we can push out grave robbers to suck up the energy or the metal that's left behind in the wreckage, or we can produce anti-air, which occasionally we are needing. We have seen some air from blue. Sheldon's supporting from the sidelines here, like seeing that. And look at that, these guards, which have been up for so long, 7 kills, 3 kills, they are just holding here, and we were smart. We pulled back. I'm willing to pull back all the way to here. Like, we can set up this was our original position. We're happy to hold here. This is all we need. Ooh, we should pull these grave robbers back. They should not be on the front lines here. Yep, there we go. Let's pull them out of there, because once this battle is over, and it's gonna be over, the Sheldons are gonna decide this battle. Yeah, we're pushing forward because he's just got artillery. The Sheldons can chase them down really easily. It doesn't look like it, but this army is actually very fast moving, and it has decent range. And yeah, look at that, the res bots just coming in, sucking up all of the wreckage. Yeah, yep. Shubida knows the idea too. Cutting across with the tanks, knows that this green player is on the defensive. Looking good. And yep, we're just gathering up all the metal behind it. We're also sending some units kind of a sneaky way in. I figure if we can support Pine Mountain, that'd be good. Back here we do have an anti-nuke. That's great. And we actually have a nuclear ICBM launcher from Induced Shadow. And it should be armed pretty soon. You can see he's getting up there. He just needs some fusion reactors to power up his economy. And now, EMP bombers trying to destroy my army. That's why we mix in some of these anti-air bots. We might need to keep building those. Once again, things are kind of dying down. Our units are dying, but I can't imagine. I have to imagine that the actual built metal extractor line is probably more like this. Everything below this line is metal extractors for our opponents, but look how much are still unclaimed up here. And look at where the halfway point of the map is. It's probably like right here. So we're taking all of this territory. We have to make sure we fill it in. And we're going to fill it in with our T1 bots and our Commando bots. So you can see I'm just going to put flamethrower turrets everywhere. Oh, there's the nuke. It connects. Ouch. That had to hurt. Over here looks like Dookie Soup's Recluse spiders, these rocket spiders that can climb on these cliffs. They're making the difference here. They are picking apart the defenses that were put up by our opponents. Yeah, it just needs to destroy, yeah. If they can get rid of that cloaker, that'd be really good. I'm noticing that there's like 4 colors here. I'm taking on blue, light green, or I guess this is like a cyan. So I'm taking on green, cyan, blue, light green. I think at some point soon I say, like, I'm 1v4. Like, you guys need to push. I'm taking on... I've got so much attention on me. And look at that, the Commando bots. Decent build power. They even have an attack. They can build... I'm really just using them to build Beholders, Dragon's Maw, and they can build Dragon's Teeth. I was wondering about that. I was thinking some walls here would be great. All this construction bot needs to do is build metal extractors and maybe the occasional radar. Yeah, you can see we're just dancing back and forth, tempting them to come forward. Oh, big battle over here. The air forces are finally fighting it out as a bunch of stouts move in. They're shredding a huge chunk of this economy. Although they're already attacking what was nuked, so I'm not sure how much fresh kills they're getting here. But it seems alright. Ooh, some hounds out for our opponents. Very scary. Now we're seeing a lot of units coming forward, so we're going to back off. And now we're going to enjoy all of these defenses that we put up. The Dragon's Maw, we've got the cameras to keep us vision, and there's just more Sheldons in the back. All we got to do is, keep retreating, keep backing up. Looks like the anti-nuke triggering back there. That's good. CNC will just retreat. But we've still established a good front line. And look at these units coming forward. The Recluses, a Banisher, yeah, some T2 are already reaching the front lines. Besides my Sheldons, I mean. And we're gathering so much metal, we're probably going to have to donate it. We just don't have the build power to consume it, and we just don't have enough energy either. I think I donate it to... yeah, Induced Shadow. I noticed that he's going for an experimental gantry, but he doesn't really have the economy. Could have given it to Gruju, but he's actually producing some metal, so I figured I'd just hand it over to Induced Shadow to try and get some T3 units up. But look at that, the commando bots are also reclaiming. Look at that, 1.5k. Would love to grab that. And we're just continuing to come forward. The flamethrower turrets are popping up left and right. The Sheldons are doing good work. What are these Sheldons sitting on? Well, it's hard to say how many total kills they have. And the tick spam is here. Gosh, look at all these little scout bots just flooding in. They only tickle, but when there's this many running past you, you really need a Juno to deal with this kind of spam. You need a Juno hitting right there. Yeah, the Sheldons are just, they're inaccurate. Maybe some pinpointers would be good for me. But look at just the wave of fire that they put out. And at a decent range, too. We're pretty much unopposed here. And look at that. Sniper bots coming out. We've even got some Marauders coming from Induced Shadow. And it looks like my energy economy's finally fixed. Mostly because the air is at full power right now. Yeah, we need to get more of these wind turbines out. Yeah, we're spamming units now. Now that we've got power, our factories are just producing non-stop. We're continuing to just snatch up any resources up front. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm typing to my allies. Yeah, this is how you win a game right here. Just a combination of nearly everything. Raids with T1 units, scrapping it out on the front lines with T2 units like these Sheldons, going back and forth, drawing them into your defenses. A nuke hitting this lower right corner, and now T1 tick spam, and even a few T3 units on the front lines. Yeah, and look at this. We're just going to back away. This is a huge vehicle force, but we can just back up, bring them into all of these flamethrower turrets. Yeah, look at the flamethrower turrets. They're already working away. More of them popping up. Yeah, maybe it does a little friendly fire, but that's no problem. And just think of how much metal we've gained from moving up on the front lines here. We never really went full economy. We've pretty much just made wind turbines. I mean, look at how much wind turbines we made. But we still have a huge economy simply from... yeah, we're at like plus 100, whereas our... yeah, even our hardest eco player, our biggest eco player, is maybe making like 170, 180. Crazy that I, as a frontliner, am still making like 110. It's just all of these metal extractors. Maybe with this strategy, we should think about bringing a T2 construction bot forward and upgrading all these forward mexes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. I was really happy to win 2 awards, destroyed the most enemy units and defenses, and I was the most efficient use of resources. Very cool. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game, and I will catch you for the next video.